Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Finally, we have a Druid PvP build that is giving me consistent results in Battlegrounds. I have got a lot of victories, some MVPs, some highest assist, some highest objective time. Basically, this is a build which I am very confident on, and hence I am making this video to share with everyone. But guys, to make a Druid PvP build work in Battlegrounds, you need to have a perfect setup or a nearly perfect setup, because there are not a lot of essences and hence everything is important. Your legendary gems, your eternal affixes, your Paragon Tree. So I'm going to timestamp each of these elements of the build so that you don't miss out on each of the elements, because everything is going to be very important. In this video, I'm going to share 1v1 scenarios, one versus many like 2, 3, 4, how to defend, how to push idols, how to chase down enemies. Before I proceed with the build, a kind request to like the video, it helps me out a lot. And also don't forget to subscribe. If you think I have earned your subscription, it would mean the world to me. And now let's get into the video. First, we start with the skills. The skills we are using is Rabid Might, Werebear, Stack Charge, and Thorn's Armor. And for main primary attack, we have Ferocious Strike. Now, let's come to essences. The most key important essence of this particular build is the offhand Mauler's Mitt. Now, everyone usually use this in PvE in the Whack-A-Mole build, right? And for PvP, what people are doing, what mostly are doing is using the Hobble Tooth, which creates a shockwave. But after repeated testing, after playing a lot of games, I actually got better results with Mauler's Mitt. And I'll tell you by the end of this video why this is actually better and how you can actually use this particular offhand. And that is because you will be relying a lot on crowd control. And so I'll get into it why this is very important here. The second important essence is the helmet essence. You know, there are two Werebear bound essence. The one is basically the Mask of Pouncing. This is what usually people use in PvP. But again, bounding accuracy is actually better for the build that I'm going to show you. Bounding accuracy is going to give you more critical hit chance and attack speed on your primary attack, and that's why, you know, the offhand is going to be more effective. And basically, if I see that the enemy is very tough, very strong opponents, I can switch on to Mask of Pouncing, because this one has a shield, and whenever you get a shield, because of eternal affix of Thorn Armor, you are also going to heal yourself. So my first priority is going to be bounding accuracy, and if the opponent is very tough, I go with Mask of Pouncing. And now the other Werebear essences are basically the Craw and also the Pile of Plenty. This particular shoulder essence is going to help you to jump around more often, and this is very good, very good for survivability. Now moving ahead, for the Thorn Armor we are using Barb Mantle. And for Rabid Might, we are using Frenzy Reed to increase the duration. And for primary attack, we are using just there's one Ferocious Strike primary essence. So we are using that one. All right. The key requirement of this build is going to be three things. It's going to be high potency, right? I have 6,000. You need to use Misery Elixir and also Feasting Barons. Like, this is the holy trinity of crowd control builds. And you need all of these three to make this build effective. And now moving to something very important, and this you have to get it right, guys. Eternal affixes. The eternal affix that I'm using is Rabid Might, Werebear, and even Stag Charge. All three eternal affix and even Thorn Armor. Now you will be saying, this is a bit much said, how will I have eternal affix for all of them? So I tell you, even I have Thorn Armor on 2, right? I have Werebear Eternal Affix on 2, and this is fine. At least if you can manage 2 of them, it is going to be fine. If it is 4 out of 4, it is going to be great. Now for Stack Charge, I have 3 Eternal Affix. Stack Charge reduces damage taken, so Stack Charge 3 Eternal Affix, right? And also, Thorn Armor is very important because it is going to heal you every time you gain a shield. So Thorn Armor not only gives you a shield when you do a primary attack, you're also going to heal, and these are the things that is going to make you survive much longer. So yeah, all in all, we have eternal affixes for all 4 of the skills, If you can get 2 out of 4, it's fine. If you get 4 out of 4, it is the best. Next, moving on to set items. For set items, like I said at the start, we need 2 pieces of Feasting Barons. All right. Now, what we need else? We are going to do a lot of dash. So we are going to need Gloom, the Gloom set, what is called Gloom Guides, and also V2s. Now, you can go with 4-piece Gloom, 2-piece V2s, or what I prefer is 4-piece V2s and 2 pieces of Gloom. So you can go for both of these options, 4-piece, 2-piece, 2-piece, 4-piece, but Feasting Barons is the most important. Now moving on to the Paragon. Now I personally prefer Gladiator. Most of the time I like Gladiator. There is going to be a lot of shields, so you can go with the Slayer tree as well. For Slayer, usually this is the type of combination you can use, something like this, or maybe even take this one. But yeah, I prefer Gladiator. I like cheat days. I like my cheat days, guys. Anyway, for legendary, we are going to use a lot of stuns and knockups and everything, and fear. So we are going to use the weakness, curse of weakness. This is very good. If you don't want this, you can also use the primary attack one, or even the dash skill one. So there are a lot of options here. My favorite is curse of weakness. The next one is frigid blast, because CC is the type of the theme of this build. So one of these two is good enough. For curse property, I'm using 6 pieces of tortured, and I'm going to use 2 pieces of lashed for primary attack. So tortured is going to be very nice. It's going to leave a trail. So we have a lot of dash. So torture is very nice here. And for the reforge, this is my usually the go-to setup. I don't usually invest a lot in resource because it is costly. But what I like most about the resource is damage taken reduced from players. And also if you can take, something like damage dealt to players increased, damage to player damage increased. These two are going to be very nice. But I usually go with Jolt set. It has, damage taken reduced, reduction, and duration of beneficial effect as well. Damage taken while suffering loss of control. So this is my go-to. You can also try Tremor set as well, because we are using a lot of primary attack here. Now moving along to legendary gems. Now legendary gems, the important ones are using what is called Roiling and Mother's Lament for critical hit chance. You need high damage. I'm also using Crimson Behelit. This is a CC build, so fear from Crimson is very, very important. Now for damage, I'm using Starfire. You can also use Maw of the Deep for another CC effect. Blood Soaked Jade is always nice. I'm using Bottled Hope, but this is not the best these days. But if it is there, it is still good. But yeah, the most important legendary gem is going to be Misery Elixir, increasing the CC duration. I'm also using Spiteful Blood. And trust me, using Spiteful Blood in the current meta is totally nullifying all the demon hunters. Yes, they have skill damage as well, but a lot of their damage comes from primary attack. And I don't remember, most of the time, if it is 1v1 versus demon hunter, I have never lost. Literally never. I'll show you in the gameplay section. You'll see a lot of demon hunter dying with my whack-a-mole effects. All right. So now we move on to the skill rotation. We start the game with using Hybrid Might and also using our primary attack, which is going to give us a shield. Then we are going to dive in on players. This is going to knock them up, right? And you need to do this very fast. Immediately after that, you go with Werebear. Now, if you do Werebear and this one, they are going to be hit with a knockup and also a stun, right? Immediately after you activate your Crush, this is going to give you this particular the whack-a-mole effect, and you also do the bound. But if they are trying to escape, you just clap them. So the key thing in this particular build is not to miss your stuns for both both after the jump and the clapping. A lot of the time I do them both, and I just do this, and I think this is good enough to kill them, because there is a lot of damage after crowd controlling them. So yeah, like I said, we will have a lot of crowd control duration. Our stuns are going to last long because we have very high potency. We are using Misery Elixir and Feasting Barons, and that is why this works. Alright guys, now it's the most important part, the gameplay. Making build is easy, but execution is very tough, especially for Druid, trust me. Now first I'll go with the 1v1. So we start with Stag Charge, alright? and you will see how it goes. Stack charge, the enemy is knocked up. Now I'm going to transfer into Werebear. Boom, he is stunned, and I immediately do the clap. You cannot choose to do clap right now. The clap, basically the mangle, you can save it for after dealing the damage, right? So you do the clap just to be sure if they are 100% stunned, right? So I clap them, I use my crush, which is going to give me the whack-a-mole effect, and also I'm going to use the bound, right? And then I'm just going to go whack-a-mole and go crazy on the person. And you can see his health is already destroyed, and now if they try to escape, you can always go bound and again whack-a-mole them. Let me show you more examples. Jump, you clap. If you miss the first stun, you still have a clap. The mangle, I'm sorry, I'm just used to calling it a clap, right, at this time. So I'm going to call it the clap. Anyway, so you have 2 stuns. If you miss the first stun, you can still do the second one. But the ideal rotation is the stun, then primary attack damage, then again the clap, and then the damage. Just like the monk, the good old monk days. Let me show you one more 1v1. So here we go. We again do the clap, whack-a-mole effect. He's trying to run. We again jump on them, and they are dead. So we have a lot of bound. So we can jump around, right? So that is 1v1s. I have one more example where I'm surrounded by many enemies here. Here it is again a demon hunter. Boom, got him. Yeah, I am getting hit by the necromancer from behind, but continuously I was able to tank these because I have shield and healing everything. So right now I did the clapping effect, so they are stunned. And my Werebear is out. I still have leap, so they are knocked up right now. And then I do the primary attack and they are dead. So yeah, this is basically the rotation. Now I'll show you how it is effective even in 1v2, 1v3, 1v4, different types of scenarios, right? So now again, there are a lot of enemies up ahead. So we are going to jump in. Missed my knock up, but anyway, I didn't miss my stun. And I start my whack-a-mole and I do the bound and they are dead. Now there is another demon hunter. There are 2 people and I jump on both of them. That one is dead with whack-a-mole effect, and now there he's running. And someone else took my kill, but I could have killed him again. This person took my kill in werewolf form because that's a little bit faster. Anyway, here we go again. Multiple enemies, 4 enemies. We are surrounded by 4 enemies here. And boom, bada boom, and one is dead. The clap and the whack-a-mole effect again the whack-a-mole on the other barb. If they are reducing my enemy, my health, I can always jump out, right? Jump out. I could heal here, but I saw that his health is very low, so I jumped back in and I killed him, right? So here we go again, a scenario, multiple enemies, 2-3 enemies. The power of this build comes from crowd control, your stuns and your knockups. You have to be very fast with this particular build. Now they are trying to run away, and this build is very good for chasing as well. I'll show you later as well. So now they are stunned here, and I clap them, and they're dead. Yes, making sure you time your stuns very perfectly is the key here, because your entire build revolves around your stuns. So again, now I'm going to show you how we are defending, right? This is very crucial moment, 1 minute left, right? So here we are. I'm trying to defend the idol. There are multiple people. Here I'm jumping them. This one is 1 health already. This is a barb. So it's going to last for 7 more seconds. There comes the monk. Boom. Yeah, just basically jumping around and using the whack-a-mole, stunning them. This was my 8th kill, by the way. I had a pretty long kill streak going on here. Yeah, let me show you some more idle push now as an attacker. Now this is very interesting clip. I face multiple enemies and I destroy multiple enemies. So here's the first one, and he is dead using the whack-a-mole. All right, now I'm going to jump in again, the next person. Jumping in on the the idol here. I'm very close to pushing the idol, right? And there are 2-3 enemies, and I'm not alone. There's another teammate here, but together we are trying to hold, right? There we go again. Because we have so much mobility, look, I again did the clapping and he's stunned. So now I can again do the whack-a-mole here. And now there is a demon hunter. I again jump on them and again the whack-a-mole things. And now I am on the idol. Always use the stack charge to when your health is low, right? Yeah, the game is going on, guys. And I healed there using a shield. I got the shield, so my thorn armor, eternal affixes healed me. So yeah, eternal affixes are going to be very important. So I got some heal automatically, and now I jump on this person and he's dead. And I also push the idol here, right? So good for pushing the idol as well. You need to move in, move out. Very monk style gameplay. I am truly, this is a druid, but you know, I am originally a monk. So this is the first build that came to my mind. Anyway, moving down to chasing down enemies. This is very good because we have so many leaps and jumps, right? So here there are, again, we are defending so many people. Here's a demon hunter again. So yeah, he's trying to run away, and like I showed you previously as well, again clapped him, again whack-a-mole, and he's dead. So very good for chasing down enemies. So yeah guys, that is the entire build. I showed you the gameplay and the build as well. If you have any queries, you can let me know in the comments below. Join my Discord for a longer discussion on any of the druid stuff or any Diablo Immortal stuff. The Discord has been launched, and yeah, there are quite a few people there, and it will be great to have you as well. Next, I am also working on a druid dot build for PvP. So that is also very interesting, and there is kind of an exploit that's going on, but I'm not sure if I want to share it in this video. Maybe it's for some other video, but until then, make sure you are subscribed, like the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.